Hey, this is AO. Again, I want to say subscribe and continue to check out this footage. This is AO, the ancient one, vlogging. Today, I want to share a story. This story is about a gentleman, not even a gentleman, he actually was a little boy. He was probably only like 12 years old. His name was Nachiketas. Nachiketas was a holy young little boy. He was, I believe, anywhere from the age of, it could be either 5 or 12 years old. What's so spectacular about him is that he had a tight grasp on spirituality. He had a tight grasp on spirituality, and he understood life and the importance of life and how, material things are not really important, but the spiritual things supersede the material things. And even at the age of 5 or 12 years old, he understood this. Well, let me tell you the story, and I'm gonna try to tell you this in about 7 minutes. And I want to make sure I get the name correct. That's why I'm always looking at this paper, because it's pronounced Nachiketas. Now, Nachiketas was 5 or 7, and his dad was a holy man. And this is ancient times that I'm speaking of. See, the dad actually, held to his rights, and actually he was always known to, he would always hand things over to God for it to be sacrificed. His animals, anything that he had. And his son grew up, the years with his dad, and his son knew the importance of this ritual and how important it is, for him, the family, and everyone, that dad continues this sacrificial offering ritual that's been going on for his either 5 or 12 years. Well, one day the son, he became smart and caught on that dad, is holy for dad to, sacrifice his possessions, his animals, and particularly the animals, because the kid, Nachiketas, saw the father sacrificing the animals. And it came a day when the son was like, wow, Dad, they were on their way to the sacrifice. And the son was like, wow, Dad, so when are you going to sacrifice me? And the father was like, didn't really want him speaking about that. But the son sort of knew that it was going to happen, because Dad was sacrificing everything to God. Well, the father got upset at him, and he said, well, we're going to do that today. And so the father went to the priest, and to let him know that he's going to sacrifice his son. And I know, according to today's society and today everything, everybody's like, what? Well, the father did sacrifice his son, and his son was brought to the sacrifice. But this story is unique. And what happened, this story is about after he was sacrificed, the son had a conversation with the entity known as death, who is the supreme entity. Now, death is the supreme entity and rules over everything. Everything on earth succumbs to death. That's how powerful death is. We, as in the modern United States, in the modern world, we don't see death as that. Well, death rules over everything, from the trees to the herbs to the animals to any living thing. And a lot of the ancient doctrine, it says that it was death that created the earth and death that created the waters. But that's another subject. It's something we're going to talk about later in this vlog. But I just wanted to touch on that, because today I was thinking about that, and I was reading about it, and I was meditating, and so much knowledge came from it. But I just wanted to touch on the outskirts of the story, because I can't touch on everything in this story because it's just too much. And no way I can condense that and actually get about 2 more minutes. I can condense that into 2 more minutes. But what happened to Nachiketas is that he had a conversation with Death. And Death had a conversation with him. And the child, you know, was seen by Death as a holy. Nachiketas is a holy being. He became, you know, such a high esteemed ruler, higher than the gods. When I say the gods, I'm talking about the God of the Bible and all the other entities. He became higher than them in this ancient story. So it's like, so the story is intense, and I'm only going to touch on the outskirts of it. I'm not going to get deep into it, because if I did, you know, we don't have enough time. And perhaps on another vlog, I'm going to get even deeper than that and get deep into it. But as this channel begin to mature and everything, I'm going to categorize everything, put everything in its proper, you know, in its proper place. And as far as categorizing everything, and give you a deep understanding of what we're talking about and what we're hitting upon. But such an awesome story, such a beautiful story, because the story goes on. The Creator tells him, because in Nachiketas, he says, hey, I want all of this. He wanted all of the spiritual things. He didn't want nothing to do with material things, possessions, wives, all of that. And Death was like, wait a minute. And Death was like, test him and tell him, I can give you whatever you desire. I can give you all the desires of men. You know, and today it'd be cars, money, everything. And the Nachiketas at that time, you know, said no. He even offered him these beautiful, beautiful wives that are, whose beauty supersede all human beings. These beings, they were gods, but they were women, high soul deities. And they were super beauty. Their beauty was just supreme. And he said no to that. He didn't want nothing to do with that, because he said it all wasted away, and he doesn't want nothing to partake in that. So he didn't want to keep, you know, succumbing themselves, because those who succumb themselves to pleasures, and pleasures are great. You know, you can enjoy them, but enjoy them in the right context, knowing that they're not spiritual, knowing that they're not everlasting, and knowing that there's always a beginning and an end to pleasures. And the Nachiketas knew that, and he was highly esteemed by Death and became a super, super powerful deity, a deity that ruled over the worlds. Not only this world, but the worlds with an S. You know, so again, if you have any questions about that, look into it yourself. It's been great, you know, talking with you guys in this vlog, and I want you guys to continue to subscribe, to continue to look, thumbs up, check out the channel, watch from the beginning to the end. And it was awesome sharing this with you. Remember, there's no beginning and there's no end, there's no birth and there's no death. We out.